I'm Ryan.
I'm Brett.
Christian.
Braxton.
And welcome to The Question at Hand, the least specific podcast. What's up, guys, and welcome back to The Question at Hand. Hope everybody is doing absolutely phenomenal. Tonight, we had a Weird Dreams call-in show. If you were unable to do so, I did mention it at the end of the episode, but you're welcome to call and leave us a voicemail at any time. Our number is 903-541-9221. Great number. Braxton said it in a Count Dracula voice one time, which was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
That needs to be on the soundboard.
903. Yeah, it was great. It was for
count it out.
that was for a spooky story
Scary
episode.
stories, yeah. Oh
Which we need to do that again this year. That would be fun. We haven't done that in a couple years. We've done. What have we done on Halloween? We did a torture bracket one year, and then we did something else another year. So we've done some interesting Halloween episodes. Yeah. So tonight we had a Weird Dreams call-in episode. We did have a couple people call in, and we also shared a few of our own weird dreams. So I hope you guys enjoy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing some weird dreams. Hello, welcome to The Question at Hand.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are y'all?
I'm doing pretty good. Who are we speaking with?
This is Clyde Evergreen.
Oh, man.
Clyde.
Clyde, how are you? Last time we heard from you, it was a little rocky.
Yeah, I was in the bathtub. I took too many ibuprofen.
And that made
You
you,
know how that be?
Yeah.
Did you turn
and
into
then
a
you turned into like a
werewolf or
werewolf
creature
or
or some
something? I don't
other-
know.
cryptid.
My doctor calls it psychiatric episodes.
I see.
Only when I ibuprofen up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I see the meme.
Anyway, I heard y'all doing some kind of weird screams show or something. I got a couple screams I've heard in my life. It's really weird.
Yeah.
My
Let's hear
wife
'em.
screamed. My wife screamed when I was in the bathtub, obviously, but she sounded like a hyena on PCP. You know,
Specifically.
you know, it's like kind of but not like the good piece. I'm talking about like the backwoods PCP. All that.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm sniffing so much.
Oh, no problem at all.
I just walked up a flight of stairs. Anyway, how are y'all doing? Doing good?
We're doing great, man. We've missed hearing from you. It's been about a year, maybe even a little longer than that.
I know. I heard Borat 2 came out. Y'all saw that, right?
We
Yeah.
did, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was good. That's the last thing I did.
That was like a year ago.
That's the last thing you remember.
Yeah.
Now,
I got a
I have to
dog now.
ask, since you watched Borat 2, did you attend the after party for Borat 2? Because we tried and it crashed. Like their entire site just was down.
Actually, Sasha, he actually emailed me, and he said I was not invited to the after party.
Oh, even the online one that was free to anybody?
I don't know how he did it, but he hacked into my computer at the time the after party started, and he just did a looping video of a bunny rabbit eating a chocolate bar,
The best kind of videos.
and it said, "Don't you wish?" Or no, wait, it said, "Aren't you glad that you did not go to the after party?" And I was confused because the rabbit was blue and the chocolate bar was chocolate. You know. There's nothing orange on the screen.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
I assume that will be the opening scene of Borat 3. You know how it is.
Definitely.
So you said you have a dog now?
Yeah.
I have a dog now.
What's his name?
I
What
call
kind of
him
dog is it?
Hercules.
Hercules.
The beast.
I call him Hercules. He's a Chihuahua.
That's
But one
that's a
time he
great
bit
name
me
for a
so hard,
chihuahua.
I thought so too. He barks like a pit.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
I
got a
don't
little
know
bit
how he
of.
does it.
Maybe he's got a little pit in him.
I think I need to rephrase my description. He's a Chihuahua body on pit legs. That's what I meant.
What?
Like he's got the
all
Chihuahua head and
leg
the
day.
torso, but yeah,
Are the legs like
like he
long like a pit bull, or are they still squatty like a chihuahua, but they're just big around?
oh no, he's a foot and a half tall.
But muscular legs.
Right.
Muscular leg, yeah. It's like he took steroids, but they only worked in the bottom half.
Mhm.
Kind of like Barry Bonds.
Oh.
That's what we in the business call a zinger.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I guess I didn't tell. I was in a pilot.
Really?
Yeah,
For
and then he told me to get out of his house.
jeez. Zing.
Anyway, my weird dream. Okay, I dreamt that I went back in time to high school,
Oh, so it was a nightmare.
and yeah, it wasn't even junior year or senior year. It was sophomore year. Like that was the worst year. And I was just roaming around, and I went to Mr. Barbosa's Spanish class, and I was like, "Why are we watching Mr. Bean? This is Spanish. He doesn't talk at all." And like, I just kept going around to my different old classes and like talking to my old teachers. Like, I was criticizing everything they ever did to me. Like, why are you teaching this way? Like, even like teachers I liked, I'm like, I wouldn't talk to these people like this.
Just an airing of
It was really weird,
grievances.
Festivus.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I looked like me during sophomore year. Like it wasn't me as an adult; it was me during sophomore year. I looked at the mirror, and in my dream, I was like, "Ooh," you know. So yeah, that was my weird dream. I went to high school.
That's kind of interesting,
I know
though.
that's like,
The time traveling sort of aspect, right? I don't know if that
yeah,
happens
I kinda
to
wanna
me
write
that
a
much.
story about that.
Hmm.
One time when I was 5, I had a dream that demon robots were chasing me through a cornfield.
Really?
That was pretty weird. Yeah, and like I remember that distinctly.
That's one that is interesting to have so vivid from
Oh,
when
wait.
you were 5.
That reminds me
Yeah.
of the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob watches the scary movie and he goes to sleep and he dreams about the robot chasing him. Yeah.
What if Uncle Sherm is a robot? So is Uncle Sherm.
I cannot believe that that's what got brought out of that.
But yeah, that's what he said. He was chased by
Oh my
robots.
gosh.
Demon robots.
Demon
So,
robots.
Demon robots chased you through a cornfield. Can you walk us through that dream if it's so vivid?
Run.
Or run us through that dream? Yeah.
I'll be happy to give you all the details. Ready? Demon robots were chasing me through a cornfield.
Beautiful.
Like, that's really about it, you know?
There was like nothing else
It's
to the
like
dream. It
Indiana-
was just like run for your life through this endless cornfield while these demon robots chase you.
At the end, though, there were
It
credits
was like
that popped
Indiana
up.
Jones and the Temple of Doom. It's like, what's that movie about? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
And
Like,
it-
that's the movie.
Said Temple of Doom.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you do have a point there.
I'm sorry. I'm being a jerk. I'm kidding.
No, you're good.
No. What happened was it was just like me and my mom, and we were just walking around this cornfield, and then all of a sudden these like demon robots rise from like the ground, and I'm like, "Ooh, is that corn?" And then my mom's like, "No, we got to go," and we just like bust out running, you know.
Yeah.
we just like run through the cornfield. And then I woke up and I was like, oh God, I'm never going to forget this dream.
I mean, I feel like your mom being there was kind of an important detail of that dream too.
Yeah, Indiana Jones and his mom in the Temple of Doom.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you saw
Exactly.
Interstellar and you were like,
That's wait. What else? One time I had a weird dream that I played golf with President Obama.
That's
Really?
a great one.
Do you
Haven't
play
we all?
golf like in just normally?
I don't play golf. No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So it was extra weird that you were playing golf with him.
Right.
Do you know Obama?
Yeah, and I was 5 under par. So
Oh,
Dang.
that was
dang.
really good.
Yeah, you were like really good.
The president was only 3 under par. You know, I was like, ooh, no wonder you can't do any bills fast. No, I'm a supporter. Actually, I need to recant that last statement. I'm a supporter.
Oh, man.
I'd vote for Obama for a 3rd term if I could. That's from the movie Get Out. If you haven't seen it, I saw that movie 4 times in theaters.
I never saw it in theaters. I actually watched it at home on like HBO Max or something.
Man, it was like
I feel like I missed out.
it was like me and my old friend. It was like a Tuesday night in my college town, and it was packed. It was like 100 people there. And it was just like the best night. Everybody was like into the movie. You know, it's one of those like when Avengers Endgame came out, like that Thursday night. You know,
Yeah.
just like that.
The experiences, basically.
The other two movies I've seen 4 times in theaters. Us, the next Jordan Peele movie, and Cats, the 2019 musical film.
Of
I
course.
saw that movie 4 times in theaters.
Do you just really like the movie Cats? I heard it was kind of awful.
Oh, it's god awful. I hated it.
But you saw it 4 times just like to torture yourself, or
I went and saw it, and then I was like, more people need to see how awful this is. So I kept taking
Right.
people.
You kept
Yeah.
bringing them. Yeah.
yeah.
I spent like a month's worth of groceries going to see this movie. Like,
But the joy it provided you, though, right? I mean,
it's an hour and 48 minutes of pure bliss. I think when I
and no
die, I want
buttholes.
to go to the heavy side layer. No butthole. No, not a one. Well, actually, I saw the original cut. I didn't see the butthole cut, but I saw like the first time they put it in theaters. I
right.
saw that one where Judi Dench's human hand is just like, oh, I can see her wedding ring on this giant movie screen. You know.
Oh, wow.
That was the first time I saw it, but then after that, it was like the edited, like
That's pretty crazy.
patched up version. It was wild, yeah. When my friend and I saw it, we were laughing so hard during the last 15 minutes of the movie. The first time we saw it, and then this like very older couple came up to us and got on to us ruining their evening. And my friend and I are like, "You saw Cats. Your evening was ruined when you purchased the ticket."
I was about to say, that may have been the movie, not us.
We make the movie better
Yeah.
by laughing at it so hard.
Well, do you have any other
Anyway,
weird
back to me.
dreams that you would like to share tonight?
I used to have dreams of being a star in Hollywood, but I got crushed.
Yeah.
Anyway, fellas, it's always good to talk to you.
Yep. Good to talk to you.
I'm gonna go do something else now.
Have fun. We'll talk to you
All right,
later.
thanks.
Thank you for calling.
All right, no problem.
Good old Clyde.
Gotta
Gotta love Clyde
Clyde.
making those jokes.
He kind of lost his accent there towards the end.
Yeah.
Oh, he
He kind of has multiple personalities.
gave
Yeah, he may have been in one of those episodes.
Right. Yeah. Big Danny.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome to the question at hand.
Hello?
Sorry we missed your call.
Hey, that's all right.
Who is this?
Hi, this is Matthew Odom.
Hey, Matt. How's
What's
it going?
up, Matt?
Hey, yeah, I know some of you guys.
Well, how was Ash Wednesday?
Lovely as always.
Good old Ashy. Probably Ashy as well.
I saw I think your wife posted on Facebook that y'all were going to Walmart to get confused as Catholics.
Oh no, we didn't end up doing that, but yeah, that happens every year.
That's awesome.
Well, do you have any weird dreams that you'd like to share?
I do.
Perfect.
So I recall back when I was younger, back when I was a kid, I used to have a recurring nightmare that a robot crocodile was trying to get me.
Man, the theme of robots tonight already.
Wait a minute. Didn't someone say this last time?
No.
So why do I have robot crocodile in my head?
I've had the crocodile dream.
But it was a normal crocodile.
Normal. Yeah. No parts.
a normal crocodile.
And no cornfield.
Yeah, I don't know what robot added to it, but it was in a lake. I was always in a lake, and there was a robot crocodile trying to get me, and scuba diving lawn gnomes tried to help. And
they tried to help you, or they tried to help the crocodile?
They tried to help me. They had my back, but they never were successful. It got them all.
So were they really there to help you? No, just kidding.
I don't know. They didn't do a very good job, but I appreciate the effort.
Wow, that's interesting.
Scuba diving lawn gnomes.
I don't know. I had some variation of that dream like on a regular basis in my childhood, and I don't know why.
What like started the Wow.
Yeah, just the fact that you had it repeat several times. I mean, that's an odd enough scenario as it is, but to have it multiple times, there must be some kind of...
It was like every night for a long time.
Did you ever like wake up like in a jolt because you were scared from it?
Yeah, I was always scared from it as a kid. It's funny to think of now, but
oh yeah, well you're so into it when it's a dream, anyways.
Did the dream ever progress? Like, did you ever get further into the dream, or was it always like roughly the same point that you woke up?
I think I remember that I was always on like the edge of the lake, and the thing would come to get me, and then I would like manage to get away, and then I woke up. The last time I remember, I was actually like on a raft in the lake.
Whoa!
And it was like fixing to like forget me for sure this time, because I was way in the lake this time. And then I woke up as it was like about to get me that time, and I never had the dream again.
So you solved that problem, whatever that was, deep inside your brain.
So.
The problem was he was on land. He needed to be in the water with it.
You're facing your fears.
Yeah.
This is not a diagnosis or anything. We are not professional.
No.
Disclaimer.
It is funny though. Like every time we do a weird dreams call-in show, we always have people like, so what does that mean? Like, what is this dream that I just told you about? What does that mean? Is there some bigger thing in my life that I'm missing out on?
We never said we were interpreters.
Yeah. We just want to hear them.
Yeah. You just wanted to hear it.
That's awesome.
Well, yep. That is it. That when I saw you had a Weird Dreams podcast, I immediately had flashbacks to my childhood. I was like, I got one.
Perfect. That's awesome.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
You too. Thank you for calling.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See you, Matt.
Bye.
I've just found this.
What?
And I hate
on
that.
Dreamsopedia?
On Dreamsopedia.
Did we ever look at this before? Because if not, this could be a
have not
gold
looked
mine.
at Dreamsopedia.
Dreaming about garden gnomes is a symbol for hesitation in expressing how you really feel.
What?
It also says...
How was there a listing on
What the-
specifically
but-
garden gnomes?
It says...
But what does that have to do with it?
Hey.
There was a robot crocodile. That was the main feature point in that dream.
Garden gnomes refers to your deep and intimate connection with God.
Mm.
You are being pressured to make an important decision or important change or choice. That's the crocodile.
And it happened every day.
You have found yourself in a sticky situation. Jealousy is preventing you from forming meaningful relationships.
That's wild, though.
That's all from the garden. gnomes?
Maybe the gnomes helping is God helping. Brett's really
Big
thinks
brain.
That's funny. It's funny, and I said it like I'm making some big connection when that was that could have gone unstated. We already made that assumption.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Dreaming of a crocodile depends on what action the crocodile is taking in your dream and or how you are interacting with the crocodile. If you see one that's laying around with nothing to do, this represents merely a warning. If it chases you, it symbolizes
Caution.
major success.
Ooh.
Great success.
Think
If the
like-
crocodile catches you and bites you, you can expect to be disappointed in love and business affairs.
Yeah, but in dreams, it never actually happens. Right?
Wait. Read that
Like
last
hardly
one.
ever?
Read the last one.
If the crocodile that appears in your dream is dead, it means extreme success beyond anything you can imagine.
If it dies,
Did
If
it-
you see
did
a
it die?
dead crocodile.
Did it die at the end?
No.
Did
No.
you say? Okay. I don't
It
remember.
didn't
I
even
think
bite him.
I think it was just chasing him.
Yeah. It was like about to get him. And then he woke up.
That means you can expect to be disappointed in love.
oh.
We need to call him back and tell him.
Yeah, from the dreams he had when he was.
That's
yeah.
definitely what we want.
Stop.
Hey, by the way, we looked up on Dreamsopedia what your dream means, and it's pretty deep, man. You have a good connection with God, and you're going to be disappointed in love.
That's very strange because his wife is a preacher.
Man.
Oh,
okay,
man.
This Dreamsopedia is going to be a gold mine.
Yeah,
Because we can now
know.
pseudo-interpret
Yes.
every dream.
Which is not a good thing.
No, because
It's more fun to just like
to
speculate.
on
Yeah.
our own.
Good Lord. That's so funny.
Like, it's... the fact that garden gnomes are mentioned specifically...
How many
It's
people
so
had
weird.
dreams about garden gnomes?
I don't know. Well, it could be connected. The garden
I know
gnomes-
what it's connected to. Nomeo and Juliet. People watch
Oh.
Nomeo and
No,
Juliet.
it's not, you
And-
idiot. It's Sherlock Gnomes. You dummy. It's the other movie based off of gnomes, inexplicably.
Wait, wasn't there one that they did on How Did This Get Made about gnomes that like
No-
mowed the lawn?
Gnome, Norm the Gnome,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is a horrible movie.
What does it mean to be chased in a
Oh my
cornfield?
God.
This is from dreamencyclopedia.net.
You
Which is
need more
different.
fiber.
That's different than Dreamopedia.
Being chased in a cornfield.
I only trust
Yeah.
Stream.net. Speaking of which, sponsoring this podcast.
No. You know, it would be a good sponsor for a podcast like this is like a mattress company
Well,
because that's when you dream.
dreams. Yeah.
Sponsored by Great Value Melatonin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a real podcast stuff. Supplements and pills.
Thing is, like the darkest dreams you have, they're always the most positive.
The darker the dream,
Yeah.
what about the one where what about shadowy figure chasing you? Because that's like one of the most common like nightmares, right?
Wait,
where you can't
what-
see what it is, but
What did this say about the cornfield?
Not a lot. It separated cornfield from being chased.
Oh,
Walking through a cornfield represents an upcoming meeting with a group of people you would find very intriguing.
What?
We're a group of people.
Oh my God.
I don't find us intriguing.
Wow. Way to sell us short.
Wait. Oh God.
Oh, stop. Get back.
Viruses.
What did the window say exactly? Was it a fake like update?
Yeah,
I saw it said Apple something.
was
It
like-
probably comes up and it's like,
attention.
hello, this is Anonymous hacking your phone as we speak.
Isn't that always or the classic? The ones that they still try to pull the you won.
Yeah.
Like, does anyone believe you won in 2022?
Congratulations, you win.
It's like the fake updates, like that could really fool a lot of people.
Mhm.
But you won.
But then again, you're like,
Congratulations.
well, Dreamopedia said I would be coming into money.
Oh, that's how they get you.
Oh my God.
Isn't that always fun though when
Just
that
a
happens?
pipeline.
When like
No.
you're not even thinking about you're going through the different sites of whatever you search, and then you pull up the one that's like a spam site or whatever, and you're like, why is this like? You know what I mean? Like I was looking at a mostly normal website. Why did it
Yeah.
have a pop up that's trying to hack my phone?
Jeez. Does anybody have a dream that they would like to share?
I can share a dream.
You have
You said that in the strangest
Well,
way.
I was gonna wait to see if anybody else wanted to
I've got
say
one.
theirs.
I
But
don't think I've really
I
had.
had
Well,
to-
I actually had one a month or two ago, and it like I was in the shower and I was like, I gotta remember it.
I
It
mean,
left my brain by the
I've
time I
had
was
so
done
many of
showering.
those. I started writing down like the really big
I-
ones.
Mm-hmm.
I had to.
You
I
made
woke
notes.
and I typed it into my
That
phone.
has to
and
be the only
I
way.
actually texted it to myself instead of like pulling up a doc or something.
Heck
I
yeah.
texted it to myself. So, the way this one started out is, are all of y'all familiar with Felix Baumgartner, the guy that did
Yeah,
the
Red Bull.
yeah
I can, the funny thing is with these dream things is I think I now know where your dream is going, but it could just be, so I met Felix Baumgartner in a bar.
yeah
Like, you know what I mean?
I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It was sponsored by Red Bull, and a guy
He
jumped
probably
from
came over.
not like a super high height, but
Yeah.
the concept was that he jumped with no parachute at all.
That really sums up being ages like 14 to 18, where you're like, hey, this
People
guy,
dropping out of
Hey.
the sky for energy drink companies.
Tuesday night, this guy could literally die.
Please, for the love of God, watch cable.
We've got Pepsi.
Please.
We've got Pepsi. We've got pizza.
Yeah.
Come on over.
Mhm.
I didn't realize I like had a party.
Yeah, I came over to your house.
That's
I think we
insane.
also watched Sharknado 3. Oh, hell no.
I remember, and I don't know if Red Bull still does this or not, but like every New Year's Eve, they would always do like some big motorcycle jump or something. And I remember the first one that I watched because like I was staying up because they were doing this jump right at midnight. And it was, I think it was in like Las Vegas or something. This guy was jumping his motorcycle across, like from goalpost to goalpost on a football field.
That's amazing.
It was insane. But anyways,
I
So-
wish there was more stuff like that, though. Like, and
Oh my
now, like,
God.
why
Yeah.
aren't there like
We need to bring back Daredevil.
streaming, like,
Well-
Twitch channels where it's like, all right, there's an event happening at 7
Yeah.
p.m. on Friday of this date. A man's going to,
I mean,
Do the
there,
most
there
insane-
still are. So,
yeah, it's around.
well, was it David Blaine that did the air balloon thing?
I
Or,
think.
no, he did like the kid with like holding the balloons, like floating up to like the edge of space and then jumped. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Mhm.
He did that like 2 years ago, maybe
Mhm.
It was
Um,
insane.
3 years ago. I don't know. It's been a little while, but it hasn't been like super, super long. But that's probably the more recent one that we've had. I think they got to the point where it was like, okay, kids are now going out and trying to do this and getting hurt. Like maybe we should stop, which is, it kind of sucks, but I think that's kind of where that was.
Well, the thing is, you just make the
Going.
stunts more and more extreme, like they've
Yeah.
been doing, to the point where, I mean, it's not like Jackass where you can do it yourself. You can't be Felix Baumgartner and jump out of, what is that even called? Where he jumped
it's
off
like a
of?
weather balloon
Mhm.
space capsule thing.
No, but I mean, like where he was, like in the sky, because he was like almost
yeah,
in
the
outer
like the
space, but he wasn't.
stratosphere.
What's the line called?
Well, there's that. We're in the atmosphere, and then there's the stratosphere and the
Mesosphere. exosphere. There's a lot of spheres.
The game sphere. Did you see my
Chocolate.
eyebrows pop up?
Milk. Chocolate cup.
The Peruvian puff pepper.
Okay, that's a completely different episode.
South
America.
What I was referencing was in that same
know.
episode.
I know. But I get on Drake and Josh and I get
South America.
Says it's only native to South America.
South America.
I missed that show. I wish they would.
Spherical.
I wish they would do a reboot of Drake and Josh.
It would be the same though. I don't think.
I think it would.
I want the version where the kids from Ned's Declassified are in college.
Dude, right? Or just
They've actually said they wanted to do
what
it,
they
but
were
Nick
wanting to do
isn't
was
gonna make it.
not college. It was like being an adult,
Right? Yeah.
and they were going to talk about like taxes and
Yeah.
like,
Everything.
stuff that you actually need to know as an adult that no one teaches you how to do. I
Is
really
that-
want to see that one.
Is that new iCarly still going? Did
Uh,
they cancel that?
yeah, it is.
I think they
haven't
made
actually.
the first season, but then it
Yeah,
hasn't been.
I haven't
said
actually
anything beyond
watched
that.
any of it yet because I
haven't either.
didn't have Paramount Plus.
I think they said it was. Okay.
I heard it was good. Yeah,
It was
I heard
fine.
I heard it
pretty
was
good.
fine too.
Anyway, your dream.
Oh
Now
yeah.
that we've talked about
Everything
something
else?
for like 10 minutes.
So everyone's familiar with Felix Baumgartner. He's the guy that took the weather balloon up to
The edge
however
of
high.
space.
Yeah, the edge of space, and he jumped out. Well, I was on that hot air balloon or the weather balloon that went all the way up there, and I was skydiving.
No way.
The catch was I was skydiving tandem with my wife, Lindy. And she was the one, I was in front, and she was the one strapped to my back.
So you were just along for the ride. She
Yeah,
was the one that actually had
here's
to do
the
all
thing.
this.
You know,
all the work.
normally the person who's in charge of the parachute is the person in the back. I was still in charge, but I know I was
Oh.
in front. So
Mhm.
Yeah, you had to be the one to have the GoPro strapped to your chest.
yeah. So, anyways, we jump out. We're skydiving. I guess I broke the speed of sound just like Baumgartner did.
The way you casually say, I mean, nobody's for sure, but I guess I broke the speed of sound in my dream. Just saying, I accomplished that
I
in my
was
dream.
diving down and heard a boom.
Yeah, there was a shock wave. So, anyways,
I'm gonna say
After-
you did for our purposes.
after the chute deployed successfully.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being in your dream, just like hurtling to the ground, like
Splat.
pull the chute, Lindy?
So we successfully have the chute deploy, and we're floating down. And I specifically remember us attempting to land on a football field, not just any football field, the Troop Tigers football field. I remember seeing in the end zones. I don't know why. But I remember specifically seeing the maroon and gray and it saying Troop Tigers in the end zone. Okay. So that's pretty specific. But anyways, so we're trying to land on this football field, and every time that we come in to land, I don't know if it was a gust of wind or something was preventing us from landing. So every time we'd come in too fast, and we'd have to like pull off and do
Like
a
an
do a
airplane.
go around. Yeah, exactly like an airplane.
But somehow
yes.
you keep getting a lift and then coming
Yes.
back down. When on a parachute, even if there was wind, it wouldn't lift you.
I know. So yes, we're pretty much doing touch and goes. Okay. And Lindy, by this time, she becomes a backseat driver. She's telling me,
Right.
you gotta land this thing.
Yeah, what are we doing?
You gotta land. Why are you not landing? So
the visual
finally-
of this is so funny.
Oh my god!
So finally, we do come in for a landing, and we're not able to land like on our feet. We have to do like a crash landing almost, because that's
Like
the
roll?
only thing that's going to bring us to a stop. It's more like a drag kind of thing. You land. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So and then after that, I woke up. So It
Oh
was,
my God. That is hilarious. I'm like in tears over here. Why Troop? That's so
I don't
freaking
know.
random.
I don't know.
And the visual though of you going,
Wait around. You gotta circle around.
I'm glad we didn't hit like a light post or
or
something.
the goalpost.
or a goal
That's
post.
what I thought you were gonna
my
say.
God. That
Any
is-
of those would be terrible.
That is hilarious. And what do you think that means?
So what does parachuting down on a football field? If you successfully land, that means you're going to come into money. If you don't successfully land,
The only thing that can make me think of why I would have dreamed this is because I do watch a lot of YouTube, and I've watched that video of Felix Baumgartner skydiving several times.
right?
And then I've also watched videos of guys skydiving into football stadiums, like professionals, obviously.
And you
Right.
like planes, so it was like, oh, we'll just
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
circle around.
So, I mean, all that combined, I mean, that's probably where it came from.
yeah.
Now, the last time I did watch somebody skydive on YouTube, it's probably been several months. So, and this is only a few days ago that I had this dream. So
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know why it came out of nowhere like that, but it was pretty entertaining. And I knew that we were doing the dreams episode by this
you
point in
willed
time.
it into existence.
So, yes.
Once again,
I
Brett
know.
willed a dream into existence.
So the second that I woke up and
Yeah. I
I
have to
knew I
write this
didn't.
down.
I knew I didn't want to forget it. So
Write
yeah,
that down. Write that down. So this is my dream that I had.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's way more
Um,
detail.
So, so I.
So are
uh,
you like at 3 a.m. like
No, I wrote this the next morning. I really thought about writing it at 3 a.m. Because that was literally the time that I woke up was at 3
who
a.m.
writes down a dream at 3 in the
Uh,
morning?
I really, dude,
Oh
it was
boy, 3
it was
a.m..
so vivid. And there's been a couple times. There was one that I texted Christian about a couple months ago that was about like this weird creature that I had a name for, like in my dream. And I really wish I'd written that one down because I woke up 3 times with the same dream in the middle of the night, and then when I woke up in the morning, I couldn't remember what the name of the thing was. But I remember like
that
in my
creature's name?
I remember in my dream saying it because the first time I woke up, I was like, "Is someone in here? Like this is really weird."
Right.
Uh,
That creature's
but-
name? Phil.
no, it was not Phil. It was like Mondrago or something crazy.
Oh yeah, you I think you
Yeah,
told
I
me
think I
about
did
that.
talk about that one a little bit. But I had one, and this was on February 15th, 2022,
Mhm.
sometime between 2 a.m. and 3:40 a.m. because that's when I woke up. And I know because I woke up and I was like, "What time is it?" Because I have been having trouble sleeping an entire night for months.
Because
Probably
you'll
because
wake
of-
up
Probably because of
early
my
in the morning and
well,
then
probably
don't go back
because
to sleep.
my shoulder. But like several times a night, I usually wake up. But I have titled this one the Maze Runner Dream because that's the vibe that I got from like the entire location is like the original Maze Runner where they're in this like camp.
structure thing.
It's like a camp and there's a maze, even though we don't exactly go into a maze, we go into a forest. But this is like I woke up and I was like, I feel like I just was in the Maze Runner.
I feel like I was in a young adult novel.
Yeah. So the first one, not like the other two where they like go outside, but the first one where they're like in this camp, where they like he just wakes up in this camp and he's like, I don't understand what's going on. Like my whole memory's wiped. And I really should have written this down at like 3:40 because I remembered a lot more then than I did after I woke up in the morning. But I have also called this dream the Tet, as I'm sure you will see in a second. So
I knew you were gonna say that. Because what is that called? The
Ted offensive.
oh yeah.
yeah, not it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with a certain movie that I enjoy. But it was a bright, sunny day. There was not a cloud in the sky, and while the weather was perfect, the sun was beating down on us to the point it was almost uncomfortable. I could look up.
Dang.
The skies were completely cloudless, but it was just like hot. So I don't know if like
So
in
somewhere
real
around
life, I'm like really hot. So I would assume that I was like too hot. Like I
Mhm.
needed to like take some covers off or something
Yeah.
at this point because it was hot. I looked around with squinty eyes in the bright sunlight and pondered where I was. It seemed I had been dropped into a village, but an old village, something I would consider more of a small camp, with huts, lots of dirt. You can see people milling about in the streets. The village was bustling. Wagons full of hay and grains were being pushed about the village. The sound of metal on metal could be heard as tools were being formed from the forge. What?
Brett whispers, Vietnam.
No, he's not Vietnam.
I was thinking Kung Fu Panda.
That's all I can think about now.
I was not in Vietnam.
I'm
I'm led into a hut. I'm led into a hut by some guys in their like garb that they all had on. The elders of the village are seated in a circle, and an older gray-haired woman sits at the head of the circle across from where I'm told to take a seat. She looks at me and explains a prophecy that a child from the village had in a vision. I don't exactly remember what the prophecy was, but she very vividly told me it and in the dream. If I'd written it down at 3:40 in the morning, I would have remembered. She tells me this prophecy, and the village is going to be destroyed. And we are to go on a quest to the depths of a jungle where there's a temple shaped like a pyramid, where we are to retrieve a golden glowing sword that could potentially protect the village. I would assume by magical powers. I don't even know that we actually had to use the thing. I think it just had some kind of powers that would ward off whatever was coming. Like a shield. Like if you possessed it, like they couldn't come in. But I don't exactly know what it was. But we leave the village. There's a group of us. The sun is still beating down, and it feels even hotter now than it did at the beginning of the dream. We go past the 12 to 15 foot tall gray stone outer wall of the village. It feels like we're in the maze runner going into the maze. There are about 10 of us in the group. We crest a grassy hill. Not many weeds around, just a short grass. I look back at the group following and see a tree line behind us against the blue sky. So I think the village at this point is in the middle of a large forest with a large clearing, much like the Maze Runner, where their clearing is in the middle of the maze. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this.
What are you about to say, Brett?
Or a landing zone for
a helicopter.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
It's not Vietnam, okay? So I look back.
Well, it's not.
I look back. I see a tree line behind us against the blue sky. So I think that we're in the middle of the forest. I turn back around and we're coming to a large riverbed, a large dry riverbed. The sand at the bottom.
Madagascar too.
The sand at the bottom had the color of red dirt, but it's sand. We climbed down into the riverbed through a spot at the edge where the water had washed out, a spot that has what looks like steps. I climb down and another guy climbs down as well. We turn around and look for the rest of the group, and everyone is standing at the top of the hill, pretty much where I had turned around and looked. Everyone's still standing there. And they're looking at this ribbon that is hanging in the middle of the field from the sky. I climb back up out of the riverbed and I see one of our group mates standing about a foot from the ribbon, his hand reaching out for it. I shout at him to stop. He looks at me and motions me over. The ribbon is about 2.5 inches wide, sort of like what you would think a streamer, like you decorate
creepy
with.
Paper.
Yeah, creepy paper, like you decorate with. So it looks like that, but it's made of this really thin, like translucent material. But the coloration of it, I would say, reminds me of like a fruit by the foot.
Yeah. Kind of like a red and blue.
Yeah, it has a strange salmon and teal color, somewhat like tie-dye that goes up for as far as we can see. And it's kind of slowly moving.
You might say it's forbidden fruit by the foot.
Sure. Good grief. It's hovering about a foot off the ground. The world around us is quiet and calm. There are no bird noises. There are no sounds of nature.
Heck no.
Just us staring at this ribbon in complete silence. I run the ribbon across the palm of my hand. It's soft and light. It's almost as if I'm not touching anything. And then I grab the ribbon
Don't do that.
and start to climb. Don't ask me why I started to climb. I just remember that's what I did. I think I even turned around and told everyone, like, I'm going to see what's up there.
It's like climbing the vine.
And then I start to
Mario.
climb. Yeah. No sooner than am I about 3 feet off the ground, the ribbon starts pulling me upward violently. I'm going upward at a rapid pace, approaching the trees in front of me. So it's also pulling me forward at the same time. And there are trees, like a group of trees in front. It pulls me through the tops of the trees. I remember holding on for dear life.
Right.
And putting my head down and just crashing through these branches. And there were no leaves on the trees. We're in a forest. It's hot. There's greenery everywhere, but these trees in front of us have no leaves, which was
Agent Orange.
strange.
Brad.
Oh my God. So this ribbon is pulling me upward through the tops of the trees, and I hear screaming behind me from the group. I look up, and at the top of the ribbon, near where the clouds should be, is a white rectangular craft with a large black rectangle in the center, which are the doors for the bottom of the ship opening. And I thought I understood.
Hell no.
I thought I understood why they were screaming. I mean, I had just been pulled up about 50 feet into the air by a ribbon. And it's at that moment someone yells, "Look out!" And I look back up as a cable, like a metal cable, comes down, wraps itself around my leg, and starts pulling me to the ship. And I let out an audible scream as it began to pull me towards the ship. And I can feel myself coming out of the dream at the same time. And I wake up yelling, like I actually went, "Ah!" Because I
God.
did that in real life. I woke up breathing heavily, and I heard myself yell
Ooh.
as I was getting abducted.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah. It's probably, I still can vividly picture this. I think it might be one of the most, that is not what it looked like.
Dang it.
It was like a perfect rectangular prism.
Mhm.
You could tell that it was 3-dimensional, but it was just solid white. I don't know where it came from. I guess it was technically out of the atmosphere at the time and came in, or maybe it had some kind of cloaking, but it's a perfect rectangle, and the doors are slowly opening on the bottom. So it's a white rectangle with a black rectangle on the bottom. But you can tell it's perfectly flat. It looks alien. And I called it the Tet because of Oblivion. That's what that
Oh my God.
that's what it kind of reminded me of. Except that one is a pyramid shape, whereas this was
Now, I will say
Rectangle.
this. Coincidentally, in your dream, you did not have a wife, but you did fly
I
around.
did fly around.
It's so hard
Yeah.
to get that out without.
Yeah. That happened. Yeah. So I don't
That was a very vivid
Dude.
Weren't
dream.
my instincts correct, though? Don't touch the thing. Don't touch
Yeah.
it.
And I wish that I really do sometimes wish that in the middle of the night I would just wake up, because the problem is I wake up and I can remember it like it's a movie.
Yeah, of course.
And then, but if I stay up and write it down, I can't just go right back to sleep. Normally I can literally roll over and immediately go back to sleep.
Exactly.
It's not like
Yeah.
it's a big deal. But if I check a lot of times I check the time because I'd have no idea what time it is. And sometimes it's 3 a.m. Sometimes it's 5 a.m. It just kind of fluctuates. Sometimes it's 1 a.m. I've literally been asleep for 2 hours. But yeah, I should write them down right after I wake up. But I know that I would be up for at least half an hour or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only bad thing about dreams. If I could just wake up at 6:30.
Yeah, have your dream. Just tonight, just schedule it like that. Just
Yeah.
say, all right, brain, I want to
6:30.
wake up about 6.
That way I can, write it down. Yeah, dude, so vivid.
Now, you're going to have another dream where the ship opens up and there's Mondrago, who's actually an alien,
He probably is an
and he's up
alien.
there.
Yeah, there was a lot more to that dream too than
That you
just
forgot.
Mondrago. But I remember it, like,
I love saying the name Mondrago.
like, you know how, yeah, it's a good name. Not gonna lie. I don't even know that was the right name though.
I know.
Like that,
I think it's like
something
a
that.
Tenacious D situation where
But-
like this actually isn't the best song in the world.
Yeah.
It's just a tribute.
Well, yeah, something like that.
it didn't sound anything
but-
like this song.
That one was strange because there was this like entire dream around it. But the thing that I remembered most vividly is it's dark and it's a shadowy figure. And it's like I'm calling to it or it's calling to me. I don't know. Maybe my name is Mondrago and it was calling me. But it's like it's like this really deep voice whenever you hear it. It's like Mondrago. And it's like all you see is this like outline with like glowing white aura around it. And I don't know. It was really weird. But that's like what's so vivid is like I remember like what he looked like. And I remember it being like, who's that Pokemon? Mondrago.
I can't not think about Vietnam. All the detail that you described, just in my head, it's Vietnam.
Yeah. Well, like
Reminds me of now.
So lately, I don't know, man. Like I feel like when I go to sleep, I am literally transported to another dimension or another planet or like you know how in Avatar you like get in the pod and like
Oh yeah.
you're transported out into like the Avatar, which that's just like on the planet, but it's still like that's legitimately what it feels like when I dream most of the time. And like lately between that one and the one with the Sid the Sloth aliens, between those two, I legitimately felt like I was transported somewhere else. And it that one I was actually myself, and I'm pretty sure I was in this one. Like that one, I could like see my reflection, which was really weird. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to see your reflection in a dream, but I could see my reflection like in the glass on like the car.
Forget what is the thing about that? Is it?
I don't know.
I always thought that you're not supposed to see your, or if you see your reflection, your face will be distorted or something.
I don't know.
Hold on, let me
Something
look
like
and
that.
see.
But I mean, I could, it was like clear as day. Like it legitimately felt like I was in a different world, driving around. And I mean, we don't have aliens here, but it was like a mirror dimension that's like, oh, it's very similar to here, but there are these other quirky things. And like just the way that like the sky was, like it looked like it was at sunset, but I'm pretty sure it was like the middle of the day. Like it was like a deep orange with like these really dark purple clouds. And it was super weird. But yeah, they're very, very vivid. And I dream a lot. I know we've talked about like frequency before on our dream episodes. But I mean, it's probably 3, maybe 4 days a week at least, if not every day.
What?
Well, just that I can like wake up and remember what I dreamed about.
That's crazy.
And
though.
sometimes
That's so much.
sometimes they stick around longer than others. Like I feel like I dream every day. And like sometimes they're way more vivid, like the Maze Runner dream or the Sid the Sloth dream or something like that. And those are the ones where it like legitimately feels like I'm in like a movie or a different world. But a lot of times it's just like mundane, random stuff that I dream. But yeah, I mean, it's at least 3 days a week that I can vividly remember something. And it's like probably 6, maybe every day that I actually dream. It's a lot. It's like
That's
really,
a lot.
It's
though.
a lot, man.
That has to be in like the top percentile of
It's a lot. Yeah.
people who
There are
dream.
very few days where I wake
Tri-County
up
record.
and don't have some kind of dream that I remember. Yeah. It's a lot. But and like I know a lot of people who have like super vivid dreams. A lot of times they're like, "Oh yeah, like I'll dream like every now and then," and they'll just be like super vivid and long.
Right.
But I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot.
Mine usually aren't very vivid. I don't know. It's like I'm not saying I can always tell I'm in a dream, but it just feels
Mm.
fake. You know what I mean? Or like I'm watching it. Like sometimes I'm in it, but sometimes it transitions to like I'm watching a movie.
Did y'all ever like sleepwalk or do anything weird in your dreams?
I think I did sleepwalk once, actually.
I used to.
I went and got, of course, can you guess what I did?
You went and got a glass of water.
Yeah, I did. I did, and my dad was in the kitchen, and he like was talking to me,
Yeah.
and I like said or mumbled something, and he was like,
Yeah. I don't know.
he said stuff to me, and I mumbled, and then I went back to bed.
I think I did something similar to that. I used to sleepwalk a lot when I was little.
And the only reason I know is he told me, he was like, yeah, I talked to you last night at like 1 a.m. I was like, what?
Yeah. My mom would like tell me that she had like, there was one night that she like found me trying to climb the wall like Spider-Man. And then there was,
Turns out you weren't asleep though. You're just
yeah. I think my sister sleptwalked quite a bit when she was little too. But
That's
yeah,
so weird.
I think I used
It's also
I think I used to
terrifying
sleepwalk a
to
lot.
me.
And like I think when it happens, I'm almost in like a responsive state. Like it doesn't make any sense, like or whatever. But like she would be like, "Go get back in bed," and I would just like go back to bed.
That's so funny.
So I guess you're like aware enough of like, okay, someone's speaking to me and I can comprehend it, but you're not like awake enough that you're like, okay, I'll go back to bed. It's like
Right.
like a zombie.
Or a robot.
Well,
Or a cornfield. See, I can do it too.
demon robot and
Snorkel.
chasing
So-
you in a cornfield.
I have a funny story. And it's not really sleepwalking, but it's just, it was a time that I was so sleepy that I wasn't really aware of my surroundings, and it led to craziness. So,
So you're from Canada.
exactly. No,
It all starts there.
so I think this is my junior year of high school. This is before I moved to living in Luling at the time. It was in the middle of the night, and I had pretty bad asthma back in the day. And if there was a night that I was struggling to
What?
breathe, then
I just know you wanted to say something about that
How did you know?
because I could see it on your face.
All I could think of when you said bad asthma. So I was like, I don't know. It's not even worth saying. It just cracked me up because it's also ironic that I'm laughing at it because I also had asthma as a child.
so I had a nebulizer, which just
Wait, is that the little box, the machine that like?
Yes.
Yeah, I hated that thing.
it's like a constant inhaler kind of thing. Instead of just being the rescue inhaler, it's just constant.
I forgot
vapor.
that I had a box that I had to breathe into.
Yeah. So
As I would watch freaking SpongeBob, I would sit and
And
watch
they call
TV.
it a nebulizer.
Yep.
The breathing box.
That happened.
so
That's weird.
it was in the middle of the night. It was probably like 3 a.m. And I woke up and I was struggling to breathe. So I went and got my nebulizer. I started the breathing treatment, and I'm in the next room. My room is right next to my parents. But since it was in the middle of the night and I just woke up and started this thing, I just figured that my parents were asleep and I would finish it, then go back to bed, and nothing would happen.
Now, I hope I'm not walking over your story, but if it's the same one as mine, these things are louder
They're
than a
pretty
vacuum
loud.
cleaner.
Yeah, they're loud.
I swear they are. They really are.
I just assumed that even if my parents did hear it,
They'd know what it
they would know
was.
what I was doing, and they just wouldn't care because they'd know that it was going to go off
Right.
after like 20 minutes.
Mhm.
So
I was being a nebulizer.
that's not what it sounds like.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like
It sounds like that. It sounds like 3 vacuum cleaners running at the same
that's
time.
what it sounds like to me. But I'm probably 10 minutes into this breathing treatment, and I'm sitting on the ground of my room
That's already
because
funny.
the cord doesn't reach
Yeah, you have to sit
my
on the
bed.
floor.
So yeah, I have to sit on the ground, and I'm kind of leaning up against the foot of my bed, and a shadowy figure comes through my door.
Oh my God.
And I have no idea who it is. Like, I'm still like half asleep, even though I'm doing this. And I don't know that it's my dad. It is my dad.
Right.
But I don't know that it is. And he comes up to me, and instead of consciously saying, hey, Dad, I start screaming my lungs out. I just start yelling because again, I
would too.
Now, after I'm I'm still in the middle of this screaming match with my dad, and I know at this point because he comes up to me
His
and
face
he's like,
is clear.
Hey, stop. I know it's my dad at this point, but I can't stop screaming.
Yeah.
Like, I literally can't stop. I bet I screamed for a solid minute.
You know why? Because your lungs were all powered up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Your lungs were pressurized. Normally they're
iron
a little
lungs.
weak, but now they've been.
There's so much adrenaline running through my body at this point.
Stop!
Right in his face. Right in your dad's face.
So after me, like, my dad's yelling at me at this point, like, hey, stop, it's just me. I'm still screaming.
I missed the soundboard. I forgot we had it.
My mom comes into the room at this point because she doesn't realize that.
Was she like,
Yeah, well, she doesn't realize. In fact, she was. Yep, she sounded just like that.
She comes in
she
there.
Didn't know anything.
She tells me the next morning that she thought an intruder had come into the room
Yeah,
and I
like
was in a
something-
fight with them.
Yeah, like something insane. And, well, thank God that didn't happen. It wasn't wasted, but this was you the next morning.
This is what a nebulizer sounds like.
So
I thought that's what you were gonna say. That you like picked up and threw the thing at your dad. I thought
No,
that's
no.
what you were gonna say.
So there
you, like,
wasn't
threw a ball
there
at
was
him
an
or something.
injury though. So I didn't realize it at the
oh
time.
no!
What was the injury? Describe it.
You don't like my sound? I'm like bringing your story to life here.
No, you're not.
Bruh.
The next morning, I mean, I was able to go back to bed. I was able to go back to sleep somehow. It took me like an hour to go back to sleep because of all the adrenaline. But the next morning, I woke up and my back hurt so bad. And I found out after looking in the mirror, like looking over my shoulder, I had a scrape that was like this long across the bottom of my back.
Oh my!
And it was because I had, whenever I'm yelling at my dad, I had backed myself up so hard against the foot of my bed.
Like your
That
bed
it-
frame.
Yes,
Yeah.
it scraped me
Dang.
like super bad.
Denied.
Okay. Jesus.
Now,
I don't see if that happened to me. I wouldn't have gone back to sleep. I don't think I could have. I would
It-
just
it
have to
took
stay
me a
up and
long
watch
time.
TV. You know.
and I'm pretty sure this happened during the summer, so it's not like I had to.
Thank God you didn't have
Wake
to go
up
to
to
school
go
the
to
next
school
day.
the
I'd be
next
like,
day.
I'm not going to school. I'm going to stay here with my nebulizer and nebulize all day.
But the thing, it's weird with asthma. Like if you have an adrenaline rush like that, you don't need a nebulizer after that.
It
Because the
forces you into
adrenaline-
heavy breathing.
Yes, it makes your lungs clear up.
I
for really good.
Woo! Yeah.
You said all that though for like I forget that I had asthma.
He
And
was
I
out there
probably
for dinosaurs, you idiot.
Okay.
Sounds like you did on that clip.
And I guess I still have it. I don't know. I don't have any problems with it, but like,
Yeah.
how weird
Yeah,
is that
and
you just can't breathe?
It's
Like that's so strange.
mhm.
And I guess it's your lungs. I guess I never knew anything about it. I just knew I had the machine.
Bruh.
I do have a part 2 to this, but
Oh no. More screaming?
I don't
You have
know
a
if
part 2?
I'm gonna be interrupted by a million sound effects. I'm probably not gonna tell it now.
Oh man, no more story.
Oh my god. All right, we'll promise to limit
Okay,
the
here we go.
soundboard.
You're good. Carry on.
Am I?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
So I can actually get this one down to the month. It was 7 months ago. Reason why I know that is because it was literally 2 weeks before my daughter was born. And
happy
so my wife is 9 months pregnant at this point. She's due any day. We
Mhm.
don't know. But I am asleep on the bed. And
Oh no.
it's
No.
it's early in the morning. It's probably like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And this is still the summer, so not having to go to work quite yet. But she comes in to the room. She had already been awake for a little bit, and she's trying to get me to wake up, I guess. I can't really remember exactly why she's trying to get me up right now, but she like touches my leg or my foot or something to try and wake me up. And again, I guess I'm not aware of my surroundings or who this person is that is shaking my leg. And I do the exact same thing that I did to my dad about 10 years before. And I just start yelling and screaming at my wife. And, this was
How high
again,
pitched is the screaming? Is it?
it's
Because that's what I picture.
like, imagine
Blood curdling, right?
it's like, seriously,
it's guttural, right?
It
It's
is.
a real,
it is a real
fearful
scream. It's not one that I know that I'm screaming. It's like, it's
from deep within.
It is. And again, I hadn't had that kind of feeling since, again, 10 years before.
Did you tell her about?
Well, the
that?
thing is I was so scared of this person who ended up being my wife that I started crying. Like after I regained consciousness, I was bawling.
Oh my god!
It was so scary.
My goodness.
It's so funny though. Like, oh man.
I thought the one that happened 10 years before would be the only time that had ever happened to me, but it happened again. So
don't
weird.
ever
I guess don't
ever poke Brett or walk up on him when he's sort of asleep but not.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much. This one didn't cause an injury though,
Yeah, that's good.
because I was in my bed, so lots of padding around, I guess.
Yeah. But like,
There's a
I
sound
guess
for everything.
this is what I get for bringing up Vietnam so many
Just-
times.
Oh! you get flashbacks to I don't know what, but you wake up screaming
we haven't
like
used
you're
the
back
soundboard.
over there,
We haven't used the soundboard enough lately. I had to break it in again.
and you learned a thing or two from Charlie, don't you know? Better stay away from Copperhead Road.
But you did your back. What is this one?
No.
Oh, we have a buzzer. Maybe we should do like when we do our whoever buzzes
it's
in
perfect.
first gets just
Well, so that's this exact sound is the Family Feud. Wrong, but
yeah.
you know what I mean? Survey says.
oh, when the game goes to the
Hill
Higginbotham
family.
the Higginbotham family.
Dun-dun-dun.
Hey, everybody, clap around. I'm Steve Harvey.
Steve, I'm going to say boobs.
This is a family show.
Is that not like every time?
This is a family show. Next category. What's something you can say in bed that you can't say anywhere else?
Right. Yeah. When you and your husband make whoopee.
Make whoopee?
Yeah. I don't know if that's on Family Feud, but famously on like, what was it? Where it's the married couples
Oh, yeah.
and they ask them questions.
Yeah.
Like,
No idea what you're talking about.
there was a game show where it was like they would ask recently married couples questions.
Cute pine.
And yeah. And famously, it would never say sex or make love. It would describe it as whoopee, which is like the dumbest.
Well, I guess that's going to do it for tonight.
We definitely heard some interesting dreams tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
And now that we know about Dreamopedia,
That does open up some avenues, right? If Ryan has another dream, run that dream through
I will say,
dream.net. That's my personal
I don't
preference.
know if this is going to play through the soundboard or not, but I did get almost immediately, maybe within like an hour after I posted that we were having a Dream Call-in show, I got a call through our Google Voice number.
Mhm.
And I was like, I ain't answering that.
Right, yeah, let it go to the...
So they left a voicemail that is 3 minutes long.
Okay. Have you listened to this?
No.
Okay.
that area code is Charlotte, North Carolina.
Inform them now.
I think it was an automated call.
What did it say at the
It
beginning?
said, to calling to inform them now.
But
And that's it.
it lasts 3 minutes.
Now that's a weird dream. Am I right?
And it's 3 minutes of silence. And then I got I did get one from October from someone.
Who the hell uses your number to call people in Spanish and tell them shit?
Wait! Hold on! Play that again, please. We haven't ever played this on the podcast before,
No,
right?
we haven't.
This needs to be on the soundboard. Put this on the soundboard.
Play it again. I did not understand this.
Who the hell uses your number to call people in Spanish and tell them shit?
Who uses your number to call people in Spanish and tell them shit? That needs to, any miscommunication like that where people are mad is like, I love it. Like it's so funny.
It's just funny that you would call back a number that is most likely being a robocall to you.
Yes, it's being, yes.
Or
the
someone
funny-
is spoofing the number.
Yes.
But it's also a Google Voice number that we got for free.
Mhm.
And we use like twice a year, maybe right now. So I don't know. I get a notification all the time that's like, your Google Voice number has been inactive for so long. If you would like to continue, please log into the app. So who knows? It may have gone off. We may not even have it may not be just us. Like they could be calling someone else and they just choose not to answer before we do.
Yeah, how does that work?
I have no idea, man.
I didn't know
But
they
that
went
is
like,
hilarious because I have it on Do Not Disturb most of the time.
Mhm.
But our voicemail is still there. So it's still like,
right, they can.
thanks for calling the question at hand. We're currently on the line with another caller. Please leave a voicemail and we'll call you back. So then you get those kind of messages that are hilarious.
But the interesting thing, though, is that if it was a spam call or spoofing a number, you would still think it would be something about a car's extended warranty. But this guy got a message in Spanish,
Yeah.
and he was very angry about
Yeah.
that.
So whoever that is, maybe we should call them randomly one day and see if they pick up.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
I mean, it could be worth a shot, but I don't know, man. Yeah. So sometimes we get some random calls through our number like that. If you do have a weird dream that you would like that maybe you were unable to call, we would love to have those on our voicemail. You're welcome to leave one anytime you'd like, and we'll try to listen to them at some point and put them in a future episode for sure. I mean, that was from October that we just listened to. That was a 6-second voicemail. That was pretty hilarious. So, I mean, it's not like that's not a possibility. So if you have any, or if you would like to be on our next Weird Dreams episode, whenever that may be, because it's been a year since we did one. So it may be a while. But if you would like to be on the please call me list, you can also either message us on Instagram at Question at Hand, or just call us and leave us a voicemail and we'll call you back at some other time. I mean, we could also just randomly call people that leave voicemails too. That would be kind of a hilarious episode. That'd be like when prank calling on YouTube was huge. And it was like, you could just Google like prank calls and it would just be like a flooded list with
like
millions
American
of views.
Vandal.
Yeah, basically. Hello, what does he say his name is? Who is he impersonating?
Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, yeah, Kiefer Sutherland. But it does. Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah, that's it's funny. The number is 903-541-9221. You can call us and leave us a voicemail at any time. Those are always appreciated, much like reviews or likes or
complaints about speaking Spanish in a spam call.
Even that. Yeah. I'm here for it.
That makes me so happy.
Apparently, we're going to have to add that to the soundboard too. We're going to have to like rework this whole soundboard because we only have like 8 banks that we can use. And right now, I think 6 of them are full. So it is what it is. But I think that's probably going to do it for us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed our weird dreams. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. It's always fun.
Yeah, it's always fun. Call us next time we do a Weird Dreams episode. Keep an eye out on our socials. We are at Question at Hand on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We do have a TikTok now, which is fun. I don't understand what I'm doing on TikTok, but I'm trying. So go follow us on TikTok. We're at Question at Hand on all social media platforms. Leave us a review. Those are always appreciated. And we'll see you in the next. Oh, I almost forgot. You can rate podcasts now on Spotify. They added that in.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So if you listen on Spotify, click on our podcast. You can literally do it from like a new episode. So like you have the new episodes playlist. You can click new episodes. You can click the Question at Hand podcast. And then when it actually like pulls up where it's playing, you can click on where it says the Question at Hand and it'll take you to our podcast page. And at the top of it, there's a little thing that has stars and it says 5. And we would like to keep it that way. If you would rate us 5 stars, those are appreciated. It does help us out a ton. And that's going to do it. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Wait. Do you want me to say something you can put at the end of the episode?
Go for it.
Who, what, when, where, and why do I delight it? What do I intend to find this time on this Isle of Dreams?